Her fourth message blinked onto my lock screen. What did you do? I was sitting in the garage. The air was thick with a sharp tang of gasoline and cold metal. Silence, so heavy it felt almost physical. Something you could reach out and hold. The faint trace of her perfume still clung stubbornly to my jacket. A sickly, sweet floral scent, suffocating in its lingering presence. I sat behind the wheel, the engine silent. Phone face up on the passenger seat beside me. 5 messages now, each more desperate than the last. You're not answering. You're scaring me. Good. Let her stew in the silence. Let her remember last night in fractured fragments. The wet hair, the sharp edges of silence, so loud it cracked something deep inside. Her friends were frozen in stunned silence as I walked away without a word, not even a glance back. She thought I was being dramatic. She always did. Don't fucking do this. She pleaded in a message. I didn't reply, because I already had, in every look, every quiet step away. By now she knew. It started before dinner. The subtle signs, the shared glance between her and Danica, her best friend, lingering too long. A text she hid too quickly. A laugh that didn't quite fit the moment. I buried the doubts, as I always had, because love is an act of faith, and I was devout until the moment she told him how we met. Like I was a joke she couldn't stop retelling. He basically begged me to date him. She laughed, mocking, "Look at him, desperate average." At first, the laughter didn't hurt. Not the way it should have. It was familiar, expected. But then she kept going. Honestly, I'm only still with him because I don't have time to train someone hotter. Danica's voice cut through, sharp and unforgiving. Damn girl. Like betrayal was cute. Like cruelty was currency. Then she turned to me, eyes cold. Let's be real. No one else wants him. I didn't blink, didn't smile, didn't scream. I simply stood up, poured my drink over her perfect hair, white wine soaking through layers of lies and artifice, and walked out into the night. And she laughed again, softer this time, but she still laughed. I started small, digging through old phone records, months-old calls revealing a pattern. Numbers saved under bland, meaningless names. Kelly Workshop Vet. Danica's number showed up more than it should have. At odd hours, midnight texts, lunch breaks that lasted too long. I bought a prepaid phone and messaged her as someone else. Her replies came too fast, too flirty, too easy. One careless comment confirmed it. He has no idea, no names, no details. She didn't need to say more. I waited a week, watching her, measuring her lies against her smiles. She kissed me slower now, like checking off a box. She laughed louder around others, a mask slipping on. I checked our shared calendar and found a weekend trip she claimed was solo, self-care, she called it. She came back different, smelling brighter, yet worn in all the wrong ways. I dug deeper. A deleted photo from her cloud storage, a selfie in a hotel bed, hair tangled, a naked figure behind her. I enhanced the reflection in her glasses. Danica, exposed and unguarded. After that, everything slowed down in my mind. Not pain, not fury, just a quiet stillness, like the moment before a storm breaks. I printed everything. Phone records, the photo, message transcripts, and put them in a plain envelope. I left it on the kitchen counter. She found it the next morning, barefoot, yawning, hair still damp from the shower. She didn't speak for a full minute, just flipped through the pages, again and again, like rereading could rewrite the truth. "This isn't what it looks like," she whispered. I said nothing, didn't nod, didn't move. I just watched as she shattered into pieces. You don't understand. It wasn't serious. Still silence. She reached for me, desperate for something, and I stepped back. That was the moment everything changed. Not when I found the evidence, not when I poured the wine, but when I refused to speak. Silence became my revenge. She had built herself on control, on attention, on always being the loudest voice in the room. Now the silence screamed louder than anything she ever said. I changed all the passwords, pulled my name from the lease, closed the joint accounts, transferred my share of everything, and left her a final balance of 10 cents. Not out of cruelty, but precision. Every detail cold, calculated, and permanent. She called 6 times. I answered none. I sent one final message. 10 words, no punctuation. Asterisk, you made me invisible long enough. I learned how to vanish. Asterisk. I blocked her number and sent the evidence to Danica's partner. She had won. Of course, they always do. Then I booked a one-way ticket. No note, no keys, no goodbyes. Just the life she thought she could laugh her way through. Gone. I imagine her screaming. I hoped she was. Now I sit in a city she's never visited. The air smells of rain and rust. I sleep alone, eat alone, think in silence. But there's a piece of it, the asymmetry of it all. I gave everything. She gave nothing. So I gave nothing back. Not rage, not tears, just truth wrapped in silence. And now, in every room she enters, she'll search for me. Every laugh she hears will echo the last one she made, the one that ended everything, because I was never desperate. I was just patient. And now, finally, I am done.